5 golden keys to escaping the matrix. No, but seriously, what I mean by that is that you're going to escape the reality that you have been living in your whole life. Right now, I'm going to take a set of lens and give it to you and change your whole perspective. There is 5 key points that I'm going to cover. The 5th one is 100% worth it. It's a key point that will change your life to a degree that you have no idea. You will see things from a different framework, and moving from that, you're going to be able to take proper action to change your life in the positive direction. The first framework that you have to understand when you want to escape the matrix is understand the system. You need to understand why things are the way they are. You need to understand where you're born. You need to understand why people do the things that they do. Is everyone bad? Is everyone good? Does the concept of good and bad even exist? That's what you need to understand, because I generally do not believe that there is such thing as someone who's 100% bad or someone who's 100% good. Everyone is in between. There is a little bit of balance, and they navigate through one to the other depending on their needs. So when you're navigating the system, what you need to understand is that people try to benefit themselves and the people that they love. So if you know that people do that, you need to understand that the system is also there to benefit you, because it knows that if you work, you're going to benefit others, which means you're going to benefit their families, which means you're going to benefit them indirectly. So the system is made for people to help each other. But the system needs a different multitude of components. And those components, it needs a trash man, it needs a Starbucks worker, it needs an engineer, it needs a doctor, it needs a lawyer, it needs so many variables of people. And for the world to be able to function properly, we need people to want to do those jobs. So how do you incentivize a society to have a diversity in terms of jobs and what are the things that they want to do? It's extremely simple. You create a system where people are incentivized by one common thing, which is money. Money is the second thing that you have to understand. When you're dealing with the world, you're dealing with money. Money is an exchange of energy. What you're doing is that, let's say for me, I worked for $10 an hour. So for me, I've exchanged 1 hour of energy for $10. There is someone else who works for $30 an hour. That person exchanges $30 for their hour in terms of energy. It's an energy transfer. So when you say something is too expensive for you, what you mean by that is that it costs you too much energy for you to be able to acquire that thing. So by the end of the day, in order for you to understand finance, you need to understand energy optimization. So how do you understand energy optimization? You basically have to utilize the concept of leverage. Use other people's energy for your own benefit. We all have 24 hours in our day, but we don't use our 24 hours in the same way. Because if I have 10 people that are working under me in my company, I have all their 24 hours that are benefiting me on top of mine. So now I'm having 240 hours while you only have 24 hours. So there is a huge leverage that I'm utilizing that you're not. So when you're understanding finance, you need to understand that not everyone is equal, and you need to position yourself in a place where you can utilize your leverage as much as humanly possible. That's how you win at life, and that's how you become part of the 1%, and that's how you seek excellence. Obviously, there's multiple ways to do that, but the thing is that in the world of finance, there is not only one pathway. And because there is not only one pathway, there is a lot of scammers, and it's not really scammers, it's people who want what's good for them. They're very selfish. They're trying to guide you towards the wrong things. But if you pick the right thing, you're going to be able to leverage yourself to a higher degree. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have a shop. You have a physical shop that sells chicken. What if I tell you, oh, there is potential for me to leverage that shop utilizing internet. And now I'm not selling chicken just to my local people. I'm selling chicken all over the country. That's a point of leverage that I can utilize for one business that does not have leverage initially. When you understand finance, you can understand how to change your own world and how to have the freedom to do whatever you want. Third thing that you need to understand is people, my friend. People. The more you understand people, the more you make your life easier. And the thing with people is that people are emotional. Some people are logical, majority of people are emotional. And emotions are very variable depending on what's happening to the person specifically on that day. Let's say they're going through a sad moment. Their reaction towards a specific behavior might not be the same as someone who's going through a happy moment. So for you to understand that, you're going to know how to react and how to act specifically when dealing with people. And to not get triggered if someone acts badly with you or someone acts good with you. You have to be able to act accordingly because you need to understand that perspectives can change. And if you were living in their shoes, you will be able to live potentially the same things and the same decisions that they made. Don't judge people by their cover because sometimes it's way deeper than you might think. And now that you understand people, the fourth one is understand business, my friend. Because business is simply, I'm making it as easy as possible, is understanding how to convince people to give you their money. There's multiple ways to do it, but in general, it requires adding value or giving a sort of energy that will help them in some sort of way that they deem valuable. And value is in the eye of the beholder. For example, if I'm a huge photograph and I love photos and I love beautiful photos, and I'm willing to pay $3,000 for a camera. But let's say my best friend, he does not really care about photos. He's never going to be willing to pay $3,000 from the camera because he does not see the value to that camera. The value is in the eye of the beholder. So you need to make sure that you target an audience that has the value that you're trying to give. And when you're doing business, and when you're dealing with businesses, you need to understand that their main goal is to make money by providing value. So if that's their goal, you need to make sure that you optimize the value exchange in the way that you decide. The value could be you're making them feel good about their decisions. You're making them buy things from you that will benefit their lives. You're giving them a service. You're giving them specific products. There's multiple ways to provide value. You have to define what works for you. And obviously, don't forget to utilize the concept of leverage when dealing with business as well. Because business will provide you with the ability to have complete freedom and actually escape the matrix. Because if you think about it, in order for you to escape the matrix, you have to be able to think, oh, tomorrow I want to travel to Dubai without anything stopping me. When you reach that level of financial capabilities and time availability, you're at a level where you escape the matrix, where you basically were able to run away from the handcuffs of life. Life has multiple handcuffs that it's giving you, but you're going to be able to escape them if you have a proper business that's providing you with enough financials for you to run away from that and do whatever you want, whenever you want, and work from wherever you want. And obviously, you might think, oh, if I have a business and it's self-sufficient, it's automated, I'm going to just stay home and sleep the whole day. I promise you, there is multiple people who said that they achieved financial freedom and then they stayed home for 1-2 months and then they got extremely bored. Being home all the time is not very interesting. Finding work that is extremely interesting to you and that makes you happy to wake up every day is the main purpose in life. You should find something that genuinely makes you happy and that genuinely and intrinsically connects with you at a deep level. And that's where we go to our fifth point, my friends. Understand yourselves. You have to understand yourself, because a lot of people, they believe they like some things when they don't. They believe they have some capabilities when they don't. They believe they have some skills when they don't. They have some entitlement of things that they think they have and they never have. A lot of people also underestimate their capabilities. Some people are able to do so many things and have so much potential, but never use it and just leave it till tomorrow, till another day. It's gonna happen, but then it never ends up happening because you didn't prioritize it. What you don't give time to will not happen. What you don't take action for will not happen. Life is a reaction to your actions. So take the proper actions and you're going to get the proper reactions. Understand yourself. Understand your strong points. Understand your weaknesses. Understand what type of person are you. Are you the type that focuses under stress? Maybe you're the type who focuses only when it's quiet in the home. Understand your strengths and weaknesses and utilize them. Write them in a piece of paper. Make yourself a list of 20 minimum from each side. And then moving from that, what's going to end up happening is you're going to transcend. Self-reflection is the thing that helps you go to the next level, because you're going to become 1% better every day. And that's where the rule of the 1% applies. Being 1% better every day. By the end of the year, it's 365% in 1 year. Just imagine your potential. You're 3 times better than you were by the end of the year. It's incredible. It genuinely is incredible. And you can do that by focusing on small wins. Small wins. Obviously, there's people who are desensitized to so many things and need absolute motivation for them to take a small action. If you're that type of person, you need to realize it. If you're the type of person that can take small actions in order to achieve, you need to realize it. Realize what works for you. Do trial and error and make sure that you achieve your fullest potential. You're absolutely able to do that. I have faith in you. I trust and believe that you're going to achieve it and make the best happen.